Hey y'all. Hey, I hope y'all having a great day. It's Friday. It didn't seem like it was gonna come fast enough, but I looked up and it's going to be the 10th on Sunday. And when so it's like going to be the 10th on on Sunday, and before you know it, the 15th coming around, and then before you know it, it's going to be the end of the month. So even though this was like a very slow week. Hey Toy, how you doing, darling? It's been a very slow week. It's just been like, what the heck is going on? You know? Um, everything is due on the 10th. Like my schoolwork, everything is due. Like every class is due on the 10th. And I try to make sure I do all the schoolwork prior and like get all the major stuff done and all the sit down and think stuff done on Saturday or Friday night. But in the meantime, y'all, I'm doing great. I promise you, it's not a bad day. I promise you, it's not a bad day. But I want to get into this thumbnail because y'all, I'm ready for a good key. Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about Jasmine's mom and what came out this week, and then we're gonna talk about Jazz with her life. So y'all, let's get into the thumbnail. All right, so well, Mom Dukes is not on my thumbnail, because personally, Mom Dukes is older than no, yeah, she's older than me, y'all. So I have a little bit of respect for my elders, but I don't have patience for shenanigans. Okay, so as I'm sitting there reading the description of, I'm assuming this is Kevin's documentations or his testimony about living with Mom Dukes. I noticed the description of the house describe majority of these mommies on YouTube. I said what I said. Y'all, when I read piles of trash, um, food wrappers everywhere, dirty dishes, that is their fucking content. Excuse me, I'm dropping the F bomb early today. That's their content. This is what, you know, what my dad used to call warfare cases. And warfare, your house looked like a warfare house. Listening to that, not even talking about the details of leaving her kid at the house for a long amount of time. But personally, I feel like Kevin was probably being like a petty as hell. Okay, because he said something about the cable TV. Boy, if you don't get that baby some cable TV, why did you put that in the claim, y'all? I'm just trying to figure that out. Kevin, why you didn't just buy the boy some cable TV? Come on now. That was petty. Now, and then when I read the whole thing, y'all, I'm like, this man is petty. But at the end of the day, I'm not shocked. I said it plenty of times before. Mom Dukes always had that attitude, fuck those kids. Yes, I'm dropping the F bomb early in the live. She always had F those kids. Look at Latoya. When the last time that mother ever took that child out? Y'all, when I tell y'all, I have a special need brother and I love him to pieces. Do y'all understand? Like, I love him to pieces. Like, my mom can never chastise him the way I can chastise him. How dare you talk to him like I talk to him? You get what I'm saying? You cannot, nobody could not harm him. If my parents ever think about putting him into a home, I will step in and say, no, he stays with me now. And I don't think they would ever want that. Never. And he's not like a bad kid, and, you know, but they would never want that. And it breaks my heart to see this woman just discard her child. That's what it was, y'all. She discarded it because it wasn't functionable. Y'all, I have the most precious little baby ever at home. He's my toddler, and I talk about him a lot, y'all. But it breaks my heart to just think that I will send him away because he's not the average kid. Are we surprised that this mother got this record? She rather leave her child with her sickling mother. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that Jazz is just like that. I'm not shocked that Jazz don't take time out with Aiden and she wants to put it off on the teachers. Not shocked. So I'm teary up because she discarded her child, her first child. Y'all don't understand. Our first kid is always precious to us. Yeah, it wasn't what we expected. If we had a child that was kissed twice by God, um, that's not everybody's dream. Nobody dreams that. Okay, nobody. But we love what we have and we appreciate it. Cheryl is the role model of these mommies on YouTube. This is a mommy that everything was okay. My house is a little nasty. It's okay. Come on in, y'all. It's a little nasty. Look at little Jasmine. She shitting on herself again. Go put those underwear up. Go get some new underwear. Not a new bath. Go get some new underwear up. That's the type of mother Cheryl was. But do I fault her just alone? No. Kevin ran in that thing some more times. He liked it, that trashy mess. So now he wants to get here on and bash her because he got a white woman. I'm not racist, y'all. I promise y'all I'm not racist. But y'all got to look at the lingo of how he tried to degrade this woman. She wasn't degradable when you was home dunking her 2 other times. Because this woman didn't just wake up in the morning and just did say F these kids. She started with the first one. Because Jazz and Latoya they got some gaps. They got some gaps, y'all. They're not like stair steppers. They got some gaps. And he probably seen how she mistreated her. He liked that. He liked the fun time girl. Cheryl was always a fun time gal. Now he's upset in these posts and talking about she playing dominoes and eating all that good food. Mm-hmm. He's up there eating Kraft macaroni and cheese with his new wife. So Kevin, you as trifling as Jazz mom's Cheryl, and my book, you was as trifling as that. Because there ain't no way in hell I'm gonna let my wife discard my firstborn child, no matter what condition she was in. And y'all family over there, y'all just enjoyed it. Because I never once seen Jazz say, my dad, my grandmother's going to go see Latoya. Never once did Jazz ever have a cookout or a family gathering at her grandmama's house and Latoya was sitting there next to them. So Jazz, you want to come on here and talk about me, I don't know why y'all thinking I talk about why your family discarded Latoya. What's so wrong with Latoya that y'all have to discard her? Because I tell y'all, my baby is kissed twice by God. And he's the most precious thing in the world. So precious. So I could never imagine seeing him sitting Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, in a home. Unless I'm dead, y'all. And I don't think his brothers and sisters would do that either. Cheryl, you are a piece of shit. Not in just 2006. You've been a piece of shit for a very long time. Because 2006, that told me that you didn't take care of that baby girl, Toya. And we know that Jazz was with her grandmother. For whatever reason, we knew that she was with her grandmother. And Kevin, you're a piece of shit because who moves on and knowing his kids are in three different places? They're not just in one household, they in three fucking different places. You're not perfect, Kevin. You're not perfect. Not at all. You will ever be perfect. Cheryl is just a girl, a lady, and I'm not like tooting her own horn. I'm still I said what I said. But at the end of the day, Cheryl was probably hurt or Jack had some good penis that you never had. Because I don't know no woman that stay out all night with the man, playing dominoes and shooting pool with the man and risking money and time from their children. I don't know no woman. Kevin, your penis wasn't that great in the first place. Because no woman walks around here and just leave their children hours at a time. Unless we are at work, y'all. So this is like really, it really hurts my heart to see people will sit here and be like, you know, darn. And when I read it, I was like, damn, there's nothing about Toya. He did write a little bit about Jazz, but there's nothing about Toya in these cases. You didn't ask Toya if she wanted to stay at your house with your family. Now, did you, Kevin? Because Toya wasn't perfect. She wasn't normal. I could work on my other two retards, but I can't work on her. That's very shitty. And this whole case, and now y'all, it hurts my heart because I hate seeing kids that get kissed twice by God and people discard them. Like the whole family discard them. The whole family. You know, and y'all, when I tell y'all, my aunt treat my brother like a king. Like she treat him like a king. Oliver, oh, no matter what, she treat him like a king. Everybody asked about him. Okay, they might see me and my mama, but they're gonna ask where is my brother automatically. When you see my mom, very seldom you won't see my son, but you see my mom and they had a family function and all the two little kids are there, the third one is there. My mom do not discriminate. Now it's not set in stone that he right now his milestone is behind. And it's okay. I have to come to grips with that, y'all. But there's nothing in those documentations about Toya. Nothing. So, Jazz, you want to come on here and you want to clean the case, put in something that why your mom discarded her child. Why did your whole family don't see Toya? Because trust me, y'all, that is a photo op that Jazz will use the shit out of. She would say something about it by now, y'all. Well, my mom, my dad, and my grandmama, they all want to go see Toya. Don't cry over Toya when she gone. Don't cry on her. Don't even go to her gravesite. Because y'all don't even go see her. And now, while she's alive. That is the shittiest, you know. And I was sitting there watching Jazz earlier about, about 15 minutes in. I didn't watch it all the way. And all I saw was, y'all digging up the wrong stuff. Y'all, I saw this. Can y'all just see my mama alone? Jazz, you don't have no concern about your mother at this time. This is something you wanted. You had to come up here and try to address to make it look great, but you couldn't. No matter how you could describe the situation, no matter what people are bringing up in the light of what happened 2099, doesn't matter. What matters right now is that is not your fight. For some odd reason, you want this to be your fight. You want to you want to hold on to this like it's a piece of cake. Let Mom Dukes come on here and clear her own name. Let Mom Dukes. I bet you 100% is going to be 20 times better, more clearer than your shit will ever be. Let Mom Dukes come out here. This woman came up here when she needed to clear her name, when she had dropped those informations about a case that nobody should ever know, because that's supposed to be private, about Philip's baby mama. She did. She did a darn good job. She came in here crying. Ooh, I would never try to harm a child. Ooh. And your ass had the camera and you recorded it, and that was your moneymaker. You never cared about how your mama looked. You don't care. And your mom don't care either. I don't care what kind of stuff your mama give her grandkids. She never cared. Because normally, most grandparents, they never will say, well, there's some of them, they can be a little sassy and say, I raised my kids. But bottom line, most grandparents, like, yeah, bring my baby over here. Yeah, they don't want to watch them all the time, but trust me, Cheryl Dukes don't look like she be watching your kids anyway. Jack do it. So whatever the reason is, y'all, Jack was more entertaining. At the end of what I took off that whole thing was Jack was a fresh light in Cheryl's life. Okay. He was. I mean, some of us women, we gotta understand, if y'all been married to a man for wee hours, or y'all been with a man for wee hours of years, and suddenly somebody can come and sweet talk you and make you do things that you would never do. Again, I'm not stamping on how she treated her son. I promise y'all. Because I already said how I felt about Cheryl and her oldest daughter. But it looked like these are two bitter people when I read that story, y'all. I didn't see, maybe she did. Maybe she was going out all the time, leaving that poor boy at the house. Are we guilty? Yeah, I leave my kids in the house too. But my kids are older. And I don't leave them without food. Trust me. My son, He got introduced to fish sticks, y'all. Yo, when I tell y'all, that's all he talks about is making fish stick sandwiches. Well, what bread that costs $4? Yes, y'all, I'm I'm off this topic of my thumbnail, but at the end of the day, I'm just changing the topics for a minute. When did bread ever get $4? Like, I'm serious. I'm trying to. I'm like, I'm not understanding it. How did bread get $4? Yo, the smallest stuff. How did they get? Y'all, I think they need to go ahead and I think the prices is going up because of self checkout. Y'all need to go ahead and cancel that. Y'all, y'all, yeah, I think that's what's causing the prices of food going up. Self checkout. That's what's causing it. I'm going to just say it because y'all, when I tell y'all what I'm telling y'all, one of my friends was like, she's listened to my chat and she said, "Girl, why are you sitting here telling on me?" I said, "What do you mean?" Talking about you scaring every other. Yes. And now raise of thumbs, raise of little dots in my chat. How many of y'all put quantities instead of the the weight? Like for example, you have tomatoes, and then you might, well, tomatoes is a little bit cheaper if you do it by the thing. But how about like apples or um like grapes or something? You might put yo. When I tell y'all, these people are terrible. When I tell you what I tell, when she had, what did she have the other day? She had something and it was like 40 cents. It was like a lime. And I'm like, but these are peaches. Girl, I'm like, I gotta get away from you, man. You stealing too much. That's the reason why our groceries is so high. Next time when you go into like Walmart and they have a self checkout, now we do have a Walmart in the county that I work at. They have nothing but a self Walmart. They don't have any cashiers. Everything is self. And I think this is a trial and error. But when I tell you, I know damn well they don't scan everything. And those buggies, I know it for a fact. Okay, because they have kids. And that's something I learned. Like, if you have a lot of kids and they want to be helpful, but nobody's not checking the kids and seeing what extra shit they're putting in the bag without getting scanned. So yeah, I just want to let the companies and corporations, we do not need checkouts, okay? Because that's ridiculous that my bread costs $4 and it's only, I think my ounces, it's not even a full 20 ounce, a typical like Sunbeam or Nature Promise, or is it Nature Own? There's like a 20 ounce of bread, but mine is typically a 16, the one I use at the house. And when I tell you, I'm like, when this thing is 4.59, okay? If we all get a sandwich, it's gone tomorrow. It's gone. Like, so yeah, she did, Toy. She did. But at the end of the day, y'all, I can't. I y'all gotta understand. With this last vlog, I was kind of hurt because I was mentally hurt because all I could think about was like, darn, this man didn't even say anything about Latoya. This man didn't say anything about, you know, it was just his son, and he probably said a little bit about Jazz, but that's about it. And he talked about not having cable. That blew me the effing away. Like, are you kidding me? Now, we don't have cable, we have internet, right? Okay. So I'm still okay. That's the first thing you talked about. He didn't even once said she don't go visit her daughter Latoya. He don't say anything like that. So y'all, I was more disgusted by Kevin and that little court note that he did and try to like, I'm a man. I'm a man. So like I said, Cheryl Deuce is the codum. Was it? Is it? Was it the copy? The originator of Bad Mommies? She was. Now, if we dig into a lot of other people's mommies' lives and we see these ladies on YouTube, we see it. Like, I personally believe that Tracy, Peach Mom, used to buy love. I really do believe that. Because where did Peach learn this? Because maybe not right now. Tracy probably didn't buy. She don't buy love. She's married. She probably didn't have to, or it was just natural. But you can tell how Peach talk about, how they don't have the same dad, and um, well, she basically say all her like her elders, her grandmother and her great grandmother, they don't have the same dads while they're children. So at the end of the day, that must be a come up for her mentally. But at the end of the day, we might you might open something from Tracy and you probably say, oh, I see where Peach get it from. You might see something about Chrissy's mom. Oh, I see why Chrissy, she falls in bed with every man and try to get pregnant. You'd be surprised. Now, are we like mother like daughter? Some of us are. Some of us are naturally. I feel like I became a natural nurturing mother or a nurturing person over the years. Over the years, I became a natural nurturing person. Um, Due to the fact that my mom didn't have as much patience with her kids like she has with her grandkids. And now I'm watching her as an adult be a little bit more patient, a little bit more understanding, a little bit less hasty. Because my mom, she didn't have her mother to watch her to be as gentle as she could with her grandkids. And she didn't have that. So my mom only had an iron fist because that's the last thing she saw her mother was with the iron fist. You get what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different um, now as I got older. Um, it's a trial and error. If Jazz, and this is my final thought, if Jazz was a flip a switch type of mother, like okay, she was all about her kids. Um, you don't have to hear her talking about, well, they're gonna be gone with their dad this day, that day. We gonna he got this day, and we never heard her say shit like that. It'll be a different story. We were like, Cheryl did what? We saw Jazz actually cooking and cleaning, and we actually saw her doing that. It'll be different. But all we saw was Jazz talking about is peeing on the stick, being pregnant, of ABs, CPS, somebody else's fault. Now I see it. But at the end of the day, y'all, I have to go. I have to go pick up my little people, and I have to go to work tonight, y'all. So I might do a nightcap after work because, y'all, I like that. I like the nightcap. I like the nightcap that I did. And I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I might write it out before I come before I leave for work tonight. But yeah, sorry if I got a little choked up earlier, y'all, because that part of that whole thing, it rubbed me the wrong way. Um, Definitely knowing how the father of Latoya discarded her, and those those documents. Y'all get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it was more about, you know, everybody in that family of Jazz family is for themselves. And that explains why, Chris comes in, he breaks shit, and it's okay. Chris comes in and the kids get less and less. It's okay. Um, it's a problem when, you know, baby daddy gets out of jail and he can go straight to Vegas because baby daddy got a support group. You don't, because I don't know. My mom, my dad, like recently, I went out like a couple of weeks ago, and my dad came down and watched my kids for me, and I had a good time with the gals. I promise you, I had a good time with the gals. But at the end of the day, I have a support group. I don't have to leave them at the house. I don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I wish I could go out and play. Because my parents know that I do need an adult. I do need a break. And I know some of y'all say, but your kids was gone all summer. They was gone. Yeah, they was gone all summer. But I also work all summer. So when I do can get a break, I take my break. And I don't wait on a baby daddy to come and say, it's not fair. It's not fair. They went to Vegas. Well, save your money up. Stop spending it on a man, and you can go to Vegas too. But y'all, I have to go. And I'll talk to y'all later. If y'all in a good mood, please give me a thumb up. Please give me a thumb up. Okay. And if your day is going bad that you can't give me a thumb up, just think about it. Your day is not that bad, because guess what? Y'all ready to hear this? You can always do it again tomorrow. Bye.